Hi, my name's Will Phillips. The reason I'm still alive and able to talk to you is that I've always been fascinated by failure. As a mountain climber doing first ascents all over the world, I couldn't wait every year to get my hands on a little report that was called Accidents in North American Mountaineering. And you just read page after page after page of all the mistakes and failures that people had made, often leading to injury and too often leading to death. I think I can remember almost every one of those I've read, and I incorporated that into my own approach to climbing to stay safe, particularly when you're under high stress and bad conditions. I'm now interested in failure-proofing all the owners who sit in Rex roundtables. So if you watch just the Wall Street Journal or even the evening news, you're well aware that this country has had hundreds of major corporations that have failed. Enron disappeared, and the people who were watching over it, Arthur Andersen, the world's largest CPA firm, also disappeared. Then Lehman Brothers disappeared extraordinarily quickly and triggered the recession of 2008. This is a firm that was 158 years old. We've had stunning failures, not only in corporations, but also in government. Look at the conversation now that's going on about our budget and our spending. So how does this happen? And I'm particularly interested in the corporate world, but it applies to government. How do we get these stunning failures with CEOs who are earning $1 million or more a year, who are backed up with an executive team full of MBAs from the best business schools in the country? And those are all backed up by boards, often CEOs of other major businesses. How do we get this rate of failure? One of the things you can do is to assume that people are greedy and just making dumb decisions. I have a different approach. I think that it's intriguing that smart people can make dumb decisions. And I think to a large extent this is due to the fact that we have extraordinarily flawed software in here. What I mean by that is we end up making poor decisions and we're not even aware of it. In the last decade or so, there's been a huge amount of research about how doctors make decisions, about how CEOs make decisions, and about how just we as human beings make decisions. There are at least a dozen great books that point out again and again and again that human decision-making is not rational. We look at other people and we say, how could they make a decision like that? We look at our government, other CEOs, even some of our management team. How could they? But we never say that about ourselves. So we have this interesting paradox that the software is flawed in here. We think ours is great. It's not. As a result of this, Rex is going to be producing a series of short little vignettes on thinking well to help you become more thoughtful, if you will, about making decisions that will save your life in business, just like I read the accidents in North American mountaineering.